The water plan currently includes policies that we use when we set residual flow conditions on a water permit. This plan change will look at the uncertainty and lack of flexibility that currently exists in those policies. The residual flow policies have been operative in the water plan since 2004, and we have noticed some issues with how they are operating. Firstly, we know there's confusion about when we set a residual flow condition on a permit, how we calculate a residual flow level, and also the difference between a minimum flow, a residual flow, and how they operate together. Secondly, there is no flexibility in where we measure the residual flow. Currently, this occurs at the point where you take the water, but this is not always possible. Also, this restriction means that it makes it difficult for people to apply for a water permit as a group. Lastly, the existing policies require us to take into consideration natural character and ecological values when we're considering how to apply a residual flow condition. What we have heard people say is that they want us to think about other values in undertaking this assessment. We want to develop this plan change to provide the community with better clarity and flexibility when we're applying residual flow conditions. We want to give certainty to how a residual flow level is calculated. We want to make clear the difference between a minimum flow and a residual flow and how they work together. We want to ensure that we're considering downstream water users and other values. And we want to make sure that the flexibility is provided in terms of where people can measure their residual flows. Having this flexibility and certainty will provide the community a better understanding of what to expect when they're applying for a water permit. Benefits to the community could include providing certainty for downstream water users, enabling groups to apply for a water permit, including deemed permits. The cost of obtaining a water permit may be less, and also it will start to address a broader range of values that reflect what the community hold important for water in Otago. If you currently have a surface water permit or a deemed permit and are looking to replace these, or you're thinking about applying for a new surface water permit, then you will experience a greater level of flexibility and certainty as it applies to residual flows. So that we can develop a plan change that provides flexibility and certainty, we want the community to get involved and tell us what they want us to consider. We want to know what matters to you when setting a residual flow, what values we should consider in doing so, how we should calculate that residual flow level, what issues you may have come across in the past, and also where you think we need to provide more clarity within the water plan. We are looking to the people of Otago to help shape what this plan change will include, so that together we can get the best outcomes for the community and for the water values that we're seeking to protect.